Hello everyone, and welcome back to the free-to-play Explorer Ranked Grind. Today we're coming back at it again, playing our Eldrazi deck, and well, yes, you might notice a new deck peeping over there. That deck is for casual play. If you're on my friends list, which is no one, you might be able to see it. But today we remove the Pegasus to get Tahalia back in here. We got a rare wild card by opening some packs. And, I decided, you know what, let's get a 2-drop of Tahalia, because the taxes with the Pegasuses, like, as cool and awesome as they were too hefty at a 3-drop. They might be great in other formats, but for this deck specifically, it was a little bit too much, admittedly. And we took those other 2 empty missing spaces and put it into the Acquisitions Expert. Honestly, thinking about putting it into the Professor of some blah blah blah, but, if you have an opinion on that, feel free to put it in the comments section. If you have any recommendations on where to go from here, also put it in the comments section. But I know for a fact that I'm opening up Zendikar packs from here on to try and get the Skyclave apparitions so that Fairgrounds Warden, albeit is flexible, isn't just straight up ruined by giving back the entire creature. And I guess that, there's some upsides, like this is any creature. Skyclave is mana 4 or less, and not even just creatures, but it's like Fairgrounds Warden is doing me good, but it's starting to also do me bad, and even though I have 4 copies of it now, I want to see what the Skyclave would do for this deck. But, let's just cut the nonsense and get straight into it. I know a lot of you might be here for the gameplay, so if you are, feel free to hit that like button, feel free to hit that subscribe button. 99.9% of you are not subscribed, so if we could change that analytic, that would be crazy. But today we're just going to be seeing where we climb with this deck. I've been trying to play some test or ranked games to see how this elo sits, and you would be surprised how many games go awry or off course. And of course, opponent goes first. But if we manage to turn 2 Tahalia before they can do anything, that would be perfect. And we have the Professor of Symbology into the Eldrazi Displacer, but we're just going to be hit with Prowess. We don't have a turn 1 necessarily. So I'm going to start it off with a waste to let them know that we're probably wasting our time in this game, and they're probably just going to beat us up really hard. If it's, imagine a play with fire to the face to get the Prowess trigger. Ooh, light up the stage for Prowess after the fact to get Gitu Lava Runner. Yeah, this is such a lost game. At least the plus side is that we can now play Tahal. Did I really do that? Oh my good gosh, I deserve this loss. At least the plus side is that we get to play Acquisitions Expert, and we hopefully get to make them be like, oh no, they're gonna discard my hand and burn down that time instead of play the on-curve Tahalia that is right there. That would tax them terribly. Acquisitions Expert not doing too much in this deck. It feels like the inverse of the Professor of Symbology. They choose what you get to discard from your hand out of the amount of people you have in your party, which will not be much. Just going to throw the Wizard's Lightning to the face. It looks like we're getting really beat down by a burn strategy. Bet you they have the 1 mana, and it's going to face. They're going to scry. It's not even going to the Acquisitions Expert. They don't care. Scry 1 to the top. That's probably a lost game. We're going to play the Tahalia this time. We're not going to forget. We are going to tax them. They are probably going to remove it with a Wizard's Lightning. But if I've learned anything from climbing the ranked grind, it's that you need to have faith. And would you look at where faith... Oh, wait, no. Just get rid of that. would you look at where Faith is getting us? It's getting us to a pretty okay, pretty good place. Gonna Fairgrounds Warden. Get that Bone Crusher, because I can't deal with it. No attacks from Tahalia, because she doesn't have Vigilance. Fairgrounds Warden almost definitely gonna get ruined. Oh. That could have went to Thalia. They're playing suboptimally. We're getting rewarded for it. This is weird. This is funky. I probably should pull the environmental sciences into hand. Ooh, I do not want to take that damage. So I might play the Biting Palm Ninja, actually. To recover betterer? Don't even know if that's a word. But we want to be able to bounce back in a way that slaps them in the face for it. And even though we could have gone the Fairgrounds Warden to like get rid of whatever's there, not yet, first off, because we would have taken Burn from it, and Burn's not fun or cool. So we're gonna put that there and put that... No. That has prowess. Actually, that has prowess. What am I talking about? Are you joking? Well, that's artifact or creature, and I swear, if they've just been holding back... Yeah, so... At least we know what's in their hand. And we can environmental sciences for a black land? Yeah, for a black land, because we don't have much of those. Play it. Go for the beatdown. Just gonna get rid of that. And if they play a creature, we just Fairgrounds Warden it. And they don't. We hold this up to protect Tahalia. And then we go in again. 2 damage. Perfect. We hold up the Sajiri's Shelter in case they, like, do bad things to us. But I think they're at a position where if they try and do bad things to us or Thalia, they just lose the game. And if they lose the game, that's ranked points, baby. That's a win starting us off on the first game of the episode. So let's see it. Let's make them have it. Because even if they had a Brotherhood's End, that's 2 extra taxes. Will they be able to come back from this? I don't think they will. But every red deck has some sort of gimmick, and they don't have it, baby. And so we are going to take that victory, take those 2 notches in our bronze tier 2. Ooh, baby, I can feel the tingles. Gonna get a lot of gems from that. Unfortunately, we're not going to be getting that achievement, but we might be able to round off our gold if we just keep winning. So, friendly reminder, this is on an alternative account called Other Side Professor. So it's free to play in the sense of, on this account, I have not spent a dime. And I will, from now on, be opening up the packs on camera to make sure that you know that I'm not just pulling random stuff out of nowhere, to keep authenticity with you. Why haven't I done that before? Because I haven't thought about it before, if I'm to be honest. Am I the smartest in the bunch? No. But I'm trying. Why do I say this now? Because most people looking for games, you know, they just watch the first game, see how it goes, pop off, and pass. If that's not most people, then that's just what I do, but For those of you who have stayed until now, the second game, watching us play against Karuga, the macro sage. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah. Thank you for staying this long, and I hope that you appreciate the more authentic vibe. You know, I think I'll try and find an unusual structure for the way that this series is ran. Like, every after every 2 games, I open up a pack if I have the gold for it. I try and make edits to the deck to make it better. I take a look at the deck, reevaluate what I'm doing, something along those lines. Maybe after game 1 I do the reevaluate, and then after game 2 I open up a pack. Does that sound weird? Maybe after game 1 I should open up a pack. You know, if you have a suggestion, feel free to put it in the comments below. Good news about this deck, though, is that they should not have a turn 1, a turn 2, or a... Well, not a turn 1 or a turn 2. They will almost definitely have a turn 3, because we're unlucky like that. But that won't stop us from playing Acquisitions Expert, silly goober, silly goofball. Aha, guess who called it? I did. Acquisitions Expert, we have 2 Matter Reshapers. That'll definitely help hold us off, because I'm fully expecting to just be ran down. Actually, this has to be a Jeskai, or a red, white, green is something that I have never seen before. Or a red, white, green deck, because Karuga can't be played without... Or it's just straight up a 4-color deck. Okay, I get you. I see where you're coming from. I don't. Oh, is that a... Moon Blessed Cleric? Are you... Really? Really? What will you touch of the spirit? Will you flicker the Moon Bless, or are you just telling me that you have it there? And that is painful. I think that's lost. I think we might have lost right there, specifically. We are going to be playing our Matter Reshaper, telling them, like, use your removal on it, because we do have another one. You can cast spells only during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn. You can cast spells with mana value less than or equal to the lands that you control without paying their mana cost. And would you look at that? Ah. So that's always fun, and they do have removal for us. And that is just a land. And that is also just a land. So we have to give them the ultimatum of whether or not they want their flame back, or if they want their Blade Historian back, because that's the best that we can do. Of course, they're probably going to go for the flame. That Fires of Invention is killer, dude. They will be going for the flame and giving everything haste. So that's 7. And then they just get back the Blade Historian. Yeah, I think that's just game. I can't come back from that. Very well made deck. Gordo combo. That definitely was a combo. But you know, still in bronze. I hope decks like that can rise out of bronze into silver, into gold, into platinum. Maybe mythic. Because that feels like a relatively harsh deck, but it feels like it's only held together with Fires of Invention. In a perfect world where we were given, like, duress. Ooh, baby. Or if we had Thoughtseize, that would have been so much better for us. We would have turned one Thoughtseized Fire of Invention out of their hand. So I don't think it'll go too high, but in this elo, that is crazy. He ruined us. That's why it's important to run consistent decks. Because so far this deck is kind of inconsistent and we got ruined for it. But if we had a consistent deck, ooh, that would be a... We don't have a white land, but we do have the Dreams of Steel and Oil on turn 1, and we go first. Do we ruin this for ourselves? I think we do! Take a peek sees at their hand sees. Oh my good gosh! I hate decks like that, and I'm so glad we can just ruin it. Unfortunately, no white source. I mean, there's our white source, but, you know, they're going to draw the Illuminator Virtuoso at that point. Not yet, and even if they do, we have the Fatal Push. Perfect. So we're just going to Tahalia. Tax them. We can pay for our own tax. Do they have a counterspell? Really? A 2-mana? No, but they have a reaction. It's important to look out for moments like that for newer people who are still watching. Because those sticks in gameplay, when the screen freezes and waits for them to react, that means that they can do something. And that might be slipping out the back. Because that will stick and all of these instants that target a creature, like, we will see what's sticking now, but it's very important to be mindful of those things sticking. Well, at least we know. Let's see, they put a shield counter on it. +1/+0, +1 faces out. So even if they block and try and save it, Tahalia is either going to be unaffected or just be chillin', which is important. I'm stupid. I forgot about that. I'm stupid. I do not want them drawing excess cards. Let's hope they think that it's over, because so far I haven't showed that I run removal. So if they go all out on the dude and try and swing into us, then we can just Fatal Push it on our turn. Like, we can take a massive amount of damage, yes, but we will just Fatal Push it. Will they keep the shield counter up? Because that shield counter, ooh. If we draw Fairgrounds Warden, we don't have to worry about it. We do beat up better than they do, for now. If they draw protection from, then that might be game. And it could very well be. Sejiri Shelter. That's not what we need. If we hold this up, they're just going to have safety nets, basically. So we want the safety nets to leave. We want all safety nets out of here. Imagine if I didn't make that misplay with Tahalia. They have a Sejiri Shelter too. Why did it say it twice? So we just have to play a very awkward version of pseudo aggro. Because we are still winning the race, and because they're focusing, like, tripling down on protection, basically. Yeah, they don't have an opportunity to do much, but Thought-Knot Seer will try and cop us another card, because if I'm not mistaken, this iteration of a Voltron deck doesn't run counter spells. Are you joking? Really? Alright. Chill. I get you. So we are just going to swing in with the Matter Reshaper. If they block it, we get something out of it. And that's the most important part. Even if it's ramp, it should be doing us fine. Alright, now check this out. I bet none of you were expecting this one. Yes, baby! That is what we are looking for. Perfect. With Perseverance and good deck building, you can counter any Voltron deck. And that's because Voltron decks are reliant on single creatures. If you can provide a constant harassment of a single creature, you will win. Voltron decks will never go wide. They will only go tall. They will not have removal. They will not have counter spells. They're very single-minded, and I know that it can be very annoying to play against a Voltron deck when you're like playing a casual deck or a deck that you just whipped together. But if you want to test if your deck is competitively viable, play against a Voltron deck. Even if it has counter spells, it will be basically protection spells. Not Lofty Denial, but Keep Safe. Hell, even if they're flyers, maybe Lofty Denial. And with the defeating of a Voltron deck, we're now in the Silver Elo, which is scary and not cool. But I go first with a tapped land, and that's what's important. I'm not going to draw any more lands, and you can just feel it. You can feel it. People is going to win this game, and it's going to be so tough. If he's playing... Oh, is it, dude? Is it? No, is it? I was really hoping for some sort of, like, hard control. We're gonna be comboed off so hard. Our face is going to be, like... Our face is gonna be like a cartoon character when an explosion happens. I don't know how to properly describe it without doing it wrong. But it's gonna be painful. That's the important part. And we do have a turn 3 land. For now. And while Sejiri Shelter has yet to do anything but be a tapped white land, might do us good. You want us to take your mountain? Huh? Do you have another land? He does. Teamer! No. It's Teamer. It's Teamer ramp. Oh no. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh no. Stop. Right there. Please. You're not supposed to be doing that thing that you're doing. Stop. No! I misclicked on the wrong Eldrazi. Frick. Oh, if they have a pop-off turn, that was so my fault. And that's a pop-off. No! Well, at least the good news is Thought-Knot Seer. Cavalier of Thorns, Ugin, Lotus Cobra. I think we have to get rid of the Ugin, but we're just gonna take 5 damage in the air all the time? How? That's a Cavalier of Thorns. And that's 5 damage to the Thought-Knot Seer. That is a bunch of good cards gone, though. But I don't think it matters quite yet, and I think if we lose, we deserve the loss, because I so could have stopped that. Let's see, what is this? 3 mana? Okay. Just Dreams of Steel and Oil. I could have stopped this. I so could have stopped this. Well, that's what we'd call a good game. Not that it was a good game, just they won a game of fair magic. Nothing to be ashamed of. Good job, Peepo. There's a reason you're in high silver, baby. You know, maybe you want your deck to not be beat the Voltron decks if you're gonna be paired against death. But still, a perfect example that this deck works fine. I need to get better as well. This isn't just a ranked climb so that a deck can carry me. If I can't play this deck, I lose. So I really, 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 really need to get better. Back in bronze, back in low bronze. You know, normally I'd be complaining. Right now, after seeing what's in silver, I'm not. 2 wastes does mean a matter reshaper, but it does also mean that we have to think about turn 2 Dreams of Steel and Oil. I think we want to turn 2 Dreams of Steel and Oil. Symbology's not going to learn for much. And would you look at that Selesnya life gain, baby, and we already know of the Wandering Emperor. Oh, perfect. I am so good. And then we play this. I think we play the Matter Reshaper and then try and, like, double drop next turn if we get a white land. Haha. We could have played the Biting Palm Ninja. The only reason we didn't is out of fear of the Wandering Emperor, but I forgot, and the Minimus Containment, you know. I just realized treasure doesn't produce colorless. Very off topic, I know, but very kind of important if you think about it. Free! Free! And now if they play their Minimus Containment, we're happy! Not that happy, but still happy. We didn't go all the way. They are definitely going to hold up their Wandering Emperor. So I think we play the Displacer in hopes to displace our own Displacer. We could play the Symbology, but, you know. And even with one Displacer on the field, we provide enough threat that anything that gains 1/1 counters for life gain is immediately unplugged, shut down. Unfortunately, they don't know how the -2 works unless they're intentionally going for the -1, in which case they could have waited until my turn and had 2 activations of the Wandering Emperor. Yeah, very weird. Wait. So I can't flicker that. Just realized. Emps is gone. Professor of Symbology because I can't flicker my own Displacer that was turned into a treasure, crying. I think this game... Do we want the Reduce to Memory? Because we're not pulling lands anymore. We could get the Inkling Summoning to try and do the Beatdown, but I feel like going Beatdown now wouldn't be too good. Introduction to Prophecy Wool. I think we... I think we get the Prophecy for now. If we're allowed to play a 1-drop again. $20, they have an Emperor. $20, there's an Emperor again. Well, it doesn't matter. I have a replacement for both, so... Oh my goodness. Gosh gracious. Alright, excuse me for that fumble of words. I was not expecting to just get in for free. So, we can't play Inkling Summoning. We can't play Reduce to Memory. So, I think we'll just have to get Expanded Anatomy and just beat them down harder. Because if we can beat them down harder than... Okay, that's fine. 3 mana. Let's hope they go for... Perfect. So if we ninjutsu this, that means that we cannot play that, which is important. We have 1 black land. Keep this in mind. Always keep track of your lands. Always keep track of your lands. That would have been terrible if we didn't. Now we can safely Prophecy. Put that to the bottom, keep Tahalia on top. Even if it is just to be annoying. Sometimes Tahalia is the last nail in the coffin they need. And because it's a 2-drop, it goes so much better. Imagine if they top decked like an Elspeth or a Wandering Emperor. Because I think what needs to happen is... No, Celestial Corn, that's fine. This is a sorcery. Well... Yeah, it doesn't matter. So now I do the counters. And because I... excuse me. Because it auto-tapped like that. I don't take damage from basically getting mana. And if they gain a life, like, do they swing in? the answer would be no. And if they gain life, I can just flicker this on my turn to make it bad. And it's tapped. So I can just swing in for lethal next turn no matter what happens, so long as I have an Eldrazi Displacer. I have 2. Never mind. That's not that bad. And would you look at that? Very good games coming out from the deck. Gotta concede for the very last match. Instant speed. Remember, if you don't want to be BM, conceding is done at sorcery speed. But, you know, you can concede whenever you want. I'm not going to apply artificial rules to you. I'm going to be happy that I got bronze too. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Sorry it was a little bit light on the commentary side. I'm busy with a lot of things. And if I could make these videos more personal, I would. But I wanna see where this goes. I wanna see how this is perceived. So if you've watched up until this far, please let me know down in the comments. Do you want me to make these videos more personal? To make it feel like you're here with me, watching me through my ranked grind? Or to basically just make it, you know, here's a suggestion, let you see how I'm doing competitively, and if you want to join along, then feel free to, sort of deal. Let me know how you'd feel, because if you made it this far, then gosh darn it, your opinion matters almost the most to me. So, thank you all for watching. Now we're going to buy 2 Zendikar packs. And after we do that, that'll be it. We have a Disenchant, relatively awesome in the current format. Skyclave Plunderer, Spitfire, nothing that I've seen too much, but that might be good for Boros warriors. Dual land, but not the one we need, unfortunate. And as we open this one, we get the rare wild card that we need, but I'm not sure where it should go. Journey into Oblivion, it's an okay card. I see people put it in their decks and it tends to flop because of the way that party decks work. Honestly, it's better as a commander deck that you're running a party in. Scale the Heights. Always run this in your Celestial Life Gain decks. You would be surprised how often it does good work. Green card that draws cards. That's all I have to say. Tap target creature as an instant draw card. Pretty okay, not the best. Into the Royal, you learn to love it. Synchronized Spellcraft. Love me some uncommon wild cards. Aura. Skyclave Hierophant. For a Cleric Tribal deck, huh? You know, this might be the first commander on this account. But until then, we will just have to wait and see. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the other side. Take care.